Hello and welcome to another update video on SEI. SEI is a very popular cryptocurrency, and the SEI chart might have bottomed here in April in a so-called B wave. I mean, there is a bullish scenario, there is a bearish one at the moment. I don't really have a high probability setup, but there is a potential B wave pullback that is forming here in the white scenario, which is part of our bullish case for SEI. And as long as relevant Fibonacci support levels are holding, well, we can watch for higher prices. However, I don't see much clarity at the moment on the smaller time frame for this chart, but we can still talk about it. A lot of you have asked for an update. Please note that once we break below support levels, the idea that we are in this move to the upside to potentially $1.50 will have to be revised. I don't necessarily expect all of this roadmap to be completed. It's a super fragile structure. It is not a reliable chart. I can tell you that based on the structure I see. The initial move up into the 2024 high was a so-called three-wave pattern. If you're aware of how Elliott wave works, then you know that a three-wave move up doesn't really give us much clarity about the long-term trend. However, the reason why I am considering further upside is because the pullback afterwards ended also in a three-wave pattern. So I'm overall considering higher prices. In the white scenario, we can see this here as a diagonal structure, and the price could be in the midst of a third wave rally, which could take us to around about 90 cents, because the 138% extension level is typically an ideal target for such a third wave. It would unfold as an ABC structure in this case. Based on the context, I can tell you that this is likely, and this is not a very reliable scenario. But if we see any break below 19 cents, then first support breaks, and it means that potentially a more substantial top has already formed. So that is kind of my first key support level that should really hold to keep the bullish potential realistic and plausible. Now, in the very short term, I don't really see much price action from the recent lows. For those of you who are following the member updates, you know that there was an initial target area for this ABC structure to the downside, here between 23.6 cents and 27.6 cents for this C wave down. See, the prices reacted to it, but the reaction is way too small to call it in any way a substantial reaction. So, of course, it could be possible that the price forms a deeper B wave. Could very well happen that this is simply an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave down. That would not really change anything structurally, because we would simply make use of, the support area. But if we now see upside momentum increase, and we also see a break above the 35.5 cent level, this B wave high, then this could be an indication the price is actually on its way to the next targets here, 64 cents, which is an ideal target for wave C of 3. So it's a bit of a waiting game at the moment. I would not rule out that we have bottomed. Actually, I am tracking it like that. It will surely depend a little bit on Bitcoin as well. I can tell you that overall this pullback from the July high was a little bit shallow. It was a little bit weak for a B wave. So I find a broader B wave pullback is quite likely, but that would be within this scenario in which we are in a B wave, right? So it's the same scenario, just might extend this correction a little bit. So yeah, that's the update on SEI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.